Happy holidays, everybody, and Tony here with my tribute to Christmas Bells and Phasm Spells from Big Bad Beetleborgs, which aired on Fox Kids on December 21, 1996. This was directed by Gabe Torres and it was written by Shel Danielson. Although I never grew up with Big Bad Beetleborgs when I was a child, this is what I could come up with when it comes to the show. Big Bad Beetleborgs is what would happen if you combined Power Rangers, VR Troopers, the Metal Heroes franchise, specifically Juco Fighter B, Home Alone, Little Rascals, and Beetlejuice in a blender, sprinkled in with some slapstick humor and visual comedy. The result is Big Bad Beetleborgs. Instead of having teenagers with attitude, you have children aged 9 and 10 with attitude as well as a fascination for comic. In Drew, short for Andrew, the blue Beetleborg, his younger sister Jo, short for Josephine, the red Beetleborg, and Roland, their best friend, the green Beetleborg. Instead of having a Zordon-like mentor who is omniscient and wise and has a great deal of composure about him, you get Flabber, a ghost who is hyperactive, bouncy, mischievous, fun-loving, and really zany, and who functions more like the zany, fun-loving big brother figure, as well as the hyperactive best friend to the three main Beetleborgs. In terms of the main villains, the Magnivores, consisting of Vexor, Jara, Typhus, and Noxic, they can give Rita Repulsa and her underlings a run for their money in terms of their campiness. Unlike Power Rangers and VR Troopers, which are shows that are rich with martial arts action and kick-butt fight choreography, Big Bad Beetleborgs is a lot richer in slapstick comedy, visual humor, and a lot of the physical comedy that is found in the fight scenes. When I was going into this Christmas special, I was quite skeptical in terms of how I was going to be entertained with it. And after catching Christmas Bells and Phasm Spells, I thoroughly enjoyed it for what it was. A fun Christmas special that managed to be both zany, fun, and absolutely wonderful in its own special and weird way. The citizens of Charterville are about to celebrate the holidays, and although Christmas preparations are underway, Flabber has absolutely no idea what Christmas is about. Luckily for him, Drew, Roland, and Jo show him what Christmas is going to be like, especially when they gather the necessary props and tools for a great Christmas. Even their monster friends, Wolfie the werewolf, Count Fangula the vampire, Mums the mummy, and Frankenbeans the Frankenstein monster get into the Christmas spirit after Flabber blows them with some special Christmas dust. And this also resulted in Frankenbeans giving Jo a huge kiss, which I thought was absolutely hilarious. With the Christmas preparations coming underway, the monsters, Flabber, and the Beetleborg kids design the Christmas tree, as well as sing some Christmas carols, most notably "O Christmas Tree," which is arranged and composed in the same key that it was sung in during Alpha's Magical Christmas. And mind you, this is not the only Christmas song that was composed and arranged and sung in the same key as what was sung in Alpha's Magical Christmas. Because aside from "O Christmas Tree" being composed, sung, and arranged in the key of G major, they also sing "Jingle Bells," composed, sung, and arranged in the key of C major. Aside from all the merriment about to come underway in the mansion, there's also preparations made in the comic book shop, headed by Nano, Roland's grandmother, and his father, Aaron. Even Heather, who works part-time in the comic book shop, is also very excited for the holidays, especially when she gets the toys all prepared for the children. We also see the richer, snootier versions of Bulk and Skull, who are the brothers, Trip and Van, also excited for the holidays, but more on the consumerist aspect of it because of all the toys and goodies they're about to have, whether it be a dirt bike or some expensive gadgets that they're really excited to have for the holidays. However, not all is merry, as the Magnivores, headed by Vexor and his underlings, Jara, Noxic, and Typhus, cause such a major ruckus to the Christmas spirit, whether it be thrashing the Christmas trees or even making a family's life an absolute hell for the holidays. They would do everything in their power to make sure that nobody has a happy Christmas. And once Drew, Roland, and Joe see all the ruckus about to unfold in the crystal ball while they're preparing for their Christmas party, they suit up, morph up into their Beetleborgs outfits, and do battle with Jara, Noxic, and Typhus. The battle itself was not necessarily a battle where everybody is punching and kicking and grappling. No, this is more of a glorified chase scene as the Beetleborgs chase the Magnivores, trap them, and as soon as they're about to be placed back in the comic, they end up giving them gifts because it's the holidays and they just want to show them that despite everything they've done, despite every bad thing the Magnivores have done, they also deserve to have a very Merry Christmas. Which I thought was a rather sweet way to end the fun chase slash slight battle they ended up having, complete with slapstick noises coming in the mix, which also added to the fun. Nevertheless, despite that nice gesture that the Beetleborgs have given to the Magnivores ended up psyching them and transport themselves back to the underworld to Vexor. Back at the comic book shop with all the goodies and toys taken away, the only goodies that Nano and Aaron have for the children are free comic books. Even Trip and Van are absolutely saddened by the gifts that ended up being robbed. And what's also nice about this scene is Nano and Aaron singing Jolly Old St. Nicholas to the children. This also propels Trip and Van to do something nice for not only the children, but also their frenemies, the Beetleborgs, and even Heather, as well as Nano and Aaron. After the Beetleborgs chase slash battle with the Magnivores, Flabber comes to the rescue once again and restores everything back to normal with its holiday cheer. Even Drew, Roland, and Joe deliver some goodies to the comic book shop, to the children, Heather, and to Nano and Aaron. Even Trip and Van have their own Christmas gifts to give, which is a nice turkey dinner for everybody at the comic book shop. And back at the Haunted Mansion, the holiday cheer doesn't stop there, as Flabber, dressed as Santa Claus, has goodies for all his friends. A headset for Frankenbeans, a tooth filer and breath mint for Count Fangula, new bandages for Mums, a doggy biscuit for Wolfie, 3 pipe cleaners for the Pipettes, and best of all, 3 honorary keys for Drew, Roland, and Joe to the house, and of course, to Flabber's heart. Even the Pipettes serve as Christmas angels for the Christmas tree as they all sing Silent Night in the key of C major, which I may remind you was the same key signature used for Alpha's Magical Christmas and even I'm Dreaming of a White Ranger. Interspersed with it is a mini montage of everybody celebrating the holidays, from the families to everybody at the comic book shop, even to the villains. And the episode ends really touchingly with Flabber even receiving a nice gift from Drew, Roland, and Joe, which is a beautiful and intricate scarf. And he's just so touched with their gesture, despite knowing that Christmas only lasts once a year. And what's also really funny about Flabber is how he confuses the terms Christmas with various other lexemes like crisscross and chrysanthemum and what have you, which just adds to the overall oral comedy that this lovably funny yet charmingly annoying ghost has to offer. And I have to give loads of credit to Billy Forrester as Flabber because he was able to make his brand of oral, visual, and physical comedy come to life thanks to Flabber's charming annoyance, yet lovable zaniness. And it also ends with a sweet and loving message from the fireworks. We even treated to a post-credits scene where Wolfie, Mums, Count Fangula and Frankenbeans place goodies in each of their stockings in a rapid manner, which I thought was absolutely charming and hilarious. So what more can be said about Big Bad Beetleborg's Christmas special, Christmas Bells and Phasm Spells? It was fun, it was zany. I definitely loved the chase scene slash battle scene between the morphed Beetleborgs and the Magnivores, although it was rather short and fast, but it was still a lot of fun because it was really cool seeing the Beetleborgs suit up and morph up to do some battle and to kick some butt with some slapstick comedy to be mixed in. And most of all, this Christmas special managed to play up its strengths really well, mostly through its physical and visual comedy, and that is something I could definitely applaud Christmas Bells and Phasm Spells for. And for those of you who tuned into Christmas Bells and Phasm Spells from Big Bad Beetleborgs, what'd you think of it? Did you feel like this Christmas special was at its strongest when it uses comedy, whether it be from slapstick or the visual comedy aspects of humor? Did you feel like there was a scene that you loved the most and you would love to keep coming back to? Or did you feel like this Christmas special was not to your liking? Comment below and let me know. Well, that's it for my tribute to Christmas Bells and Phasm Spells. Tune in much later for my tribute to the Fat Albert Christmas special. So until then, happy holidays, everybody, and may the power protect you.